or tuning in the sun. This is TFM. Get ready to rock. From AM to PM. Come on. Let's talk.
TFM 95.4.
Let's talk.
Live on TFM and the TFM Facebook page. This is the live feed of TTV. Let's talk.
Hello and welcome to the Midday Update. These are the top headlines from our newsroom today. E-certificates of PCR test result can be availed online. Rare genetic disease affecting newborns identified by Oman team. Improper use of academic titles in name is a criminal offence in the country. State Council refers the draft state budget to Council of Ministers. Pakistan ambassador joins women on track to mark Oman's 50th National Day. Cambodia may declare state of emergency if COVID-19 situation worsens, according to their Prime Minister. Portugal to ease COVID-19 restrictions during Christmas, but not for New Year. Over 250 people fall ill in India's southern state, Andhra Pradesh, reasons unknown yet. Hardik Shreyas help India take 2-0 lead in T20 I Series over Australia. Mick Schumacher wins F2 title after signing F1 deal with Haas. These were the top headlines for the day. Let's see how the weather condition looks like in the Sultanate in our weather update.
I'm Mantra Bose with your daily dose of weather, and we're outside the TFM studio in Al Quair. Yesterday, we mentioned that oceans cover 70% of the Earth's surface. But did you know that according to the Ocean Service, humans have explored only less than 5% of these oceans? That was our fact for today. Now we'll step inside the studio and we'll talk a little bit more about weather. According to the latest weather forecast by Oman Meteorology and Civil Aviation Authority, an alert has been issued indicating poor visibility during fog formation. Other than that, skies will be partly cloudy over the Musandam Governorate, the Oman Sea coast, and also over the Al Hajar Mountains, with chances of isolated rain and also occasional thunder showers, which may be accompanied with hail and downdraft winds. The rest of the Sultanate will enjoy clear skies with the possibility of late night to early morning low-level clouds or fog patches over governorates of South Al-Sharqiya, North Al-Sharqiya and Al-Wusta. With that, let's take a look at what the weather will be like throughout the Sultanate. Muscat will be partially cloudy with temperatures between 28 degrees Celsius and 21 degrees Celsius. The chances of rain in Musandam and temperatures will be between 28 degrees Celsius and 21 degrees Celsius. There are also chances of rain in North Al-Batana with temperatures between 28 degrees Celsius and 21 degrees Celsius. There are also chances of rain in South Al-Batana with temperatures between 28 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius. Rain predictions in Buremi with temperatures between 28 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius. Rain predictions in Dahira with temperatures between 28 degrees Celsius and 19 degrees Celsius. Rain predictions also in Al Dakhla with temperatures between 29 degrees Celsius and 18 degrees Celsius. North Al-Sharqiya will be partially cloudy with temperatures between 30 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius, and South Al-Sharqiya will also be partially cloudy with temperatures between 29 degrees Celsius and 22 degrees Celsius. Al-Wusta will also be partially cloudy with temperatures between 24 degrees Celsius and 21 degrees Celsius, and Dhofar will be partially cloudy with temperatures between 26 degrees Celsius and 16 degrees Celsius.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. And now, before we get into the details of the local stories for the day, let's see how the COVID-19 situation stands in the country. The Ministry of Health officials today has announced the registration of 8 new death cases due to coronavirus. This has taken the total deaths in the country to 1,452. The health officials has also extended their deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. In addition to that, the health officials has also announced the registration of 229 new cases of coronavirus in Oman today. This has taken the total confirmed cases in the country to 125,115, which includes 116,506 recoveries as well as death cases. In the past 24 hours, the health officials has also registered 152 recoveries in Oman. The Ministry of Health has asked all the citizens and residents living in the country to adhere to precautions issued by the Supreme Committee. And now from a local newsroom. Oman Airports has announced that electronic certificates of PCR test results can now be availed online. A statement issued online by Oman Airports said, "Get your Ministry of Health electronic certificate through the following link, which is covid19.emushrif.om." Now, I know that a lot of people have been really confused about eMushrif app and Tarassut Plus app. Let me clarify that to you, that whoever is coming to the Sultanate needs to download Tarassut Plus app to register themselves so that all the information is registered with the Ministry of Health and all the related authorities who are keeping a track of the PCR tests and COVID-19 cases in the country. A lot of people have issues while registering for Tarassut app. Please remember that whenever you are going to Tarassut Plus app, you cannot be registered until you pay 25 Omani Riyals for the PCR test that will be conducted as soon as you arrive at the airport. That includes the fee of your bracelet as well. So once you pay that 25 Omani Riyals, you are registered to the app. You will be coming into the country with a negative PCR result, which is within 96 hours before arriving in the Sultanate. So once you get at the airport at Muscat International, you will be representing your negative results to the authorities there, and from there on you'll be proceeding to immigration and then to the luggage collection. After that, you'll be taken for the PCR test by the authorities at the airport, and that time they will be asking you for your Tarassut Plus app, as all the details and your scan, your registration number, all will be available in Tarassut Plus app. That is step one. Once you get the PCR test done at the airport, within 12 to 24 hours, you will get your result, which you can view on your Tarassut Plus application. Secondly, now you'll be observing quarantine for 7 days. On the 8th day, according to the authorities, on the 8th day, you're eligible to undergo another PCR test. Now that PCR test, again, you have to go. For that, you don't really need to use your Tarassut Plus app, because once you go through the second PCR test, your results will not be put on Tarassut Plus app. For that, you need to go to covid19.emushrif.om application that you can view online from your home, from your desktop, laptop, from your phone. Now that's when covid19.emushrif.om is helpful. So once you register your second PCR test on covid19.emushrif.om, you can take that result. Either you can print it out, because I know that you need to print it out to provide it at the private clinics and hospitals that will remove your bracelet. Remember that removal of bracelet is not at the airport. It is only at the private hospitals and clinics. When you go for your first PCR test at the airport, there is a list in front of the authorities' office that has all the list of all the hospitals and clinics who are eligible to remove your bracelet after you have provided the negative test report. So on the 8th day, you will be going through the PCR test, your second PCR test. As soon as the report comes in within 12 to 24 hours, you will print out the report, you will go to your nearest private clinic, you will provide the report, and then they will remove your bracelet. And that's how the whole procedure goes about finishing your quarantine. Now, geneticists at the Sultan Qaboos University Hospital have succeeded in identifying a rare genetic disease that affects newborns and results in severe weight loss and poor growth, accompanied by vomiting and diarrhea. Dr. Khalid Al-Dohli, a senior consultant in genetic medicine at the Sultan Qaboos University Hospital, says the disease, despite its rarity, is very dangerous and may lead to death of the affected child in the first month of his life if diagnosis or treatment is delayed. Most children with this disease begin to suffer from its symptoms in the first day of their lives in the form of severe recurrent diarrhea, persistent vomiting, or both, and these symptoms are accompanied by severe wasting, weight loss, and severe weakness. Despite its symptomatic similarity with severe types of allergies related to cow's milk protein, those with the disease do not respond to milk substitutes for breast milk, such as milk fortified with amino acids or the so-called allergy relief used in the treatment of those patients, Dr. Khalid explained. The study, which was carried out by a team led by Dr. Al-Mundir Al-Mawali and Dr. Khalid Al-Dhuli in cooperation with specialists from the Department of Genetics at Sultan Qaboos University and Dr. Nadia Hashmi from the Royal Hospital, and it was published in prestigious medical journal which is known as Clinical Genetics. Dr. Al-Mundir Al-Mawali, consultant genetic medicine at Sultan Qaboos University Hospital, touched upon the initial indications that lead to the belief that there is a genetic cause inherited in a recessive form in this disease. He said this disease has repeatedly appeared in children of both sexes in the same family, all of whom are related by one family lineage. Despite the accurate and extensive diagnostic tests that were used in evaluating these patients, including the examination of the whole sum sequencing, the reason behind this disease remained unknown in light of the analysis related to genes that had been previously discovered. The Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation has issued a notice regarding the use of scientific titles or academic degrees by those who have obtained honorary certificates from institutions. The ministry said in a statement, it has been noticed that some people use the form of academic titles or academic degrees based on their obtaining honorary certificates issued by some institutions of higher education. The ministry, represented by the Qualifications, Equalization and Recognition Department, would like to know that the honorary certificates at various educational levels issued by all higher education institutions around the world are certificates granted as a recognition of a person's practical experiences or as an appreciation for large and effective contributions in scientific, practical, or social fields. Consequently, it is not equivalent to any academic qualification, nor does it grant its holder any degree or academic title in any field. Adhere to the above and do not use any scientific or academic title or academic degree without obtaining the approval of the competent authority at the ministry in accordance with the procedures followed in this regard. The Omani Penal Law, issued by Royal Decree No. 7/2018, criminalizes impersonation of any of the officially recognized academic or university titles without obtaining the approval of the competent authority in this regard, according to the statement issued by the ministry. With this, it's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we have more local stories your way.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. Now continue with our local stories for the day. The State Council on Sunday referred the draft State's General Budget for financial year 2021 to the Council of Ministers, allowing them with the recommendations of the State Council and Majlis Ash-Shura. The Council also discussed the report of the Expanded Economic Committee on the draft budget with the addition of amendments. The head of the Economic Committee of the Council delivered the statement of the Expanded Economic Committee on the draft general budget and noted that the 10th five-year development plan, which is 2021 to 2025, and the draft general budget for the fiscal year 2021 coincide with an important development path in the Sultanate. The committee noted that it is an exceptional circumstances caused by the decline in oil prices and the continuation of the COVID-19 pandemic, and it has implications on national economic activity, public finances estimates, economic growth expectations, employment levels, in addition to the social impacts on all society segments. The committee had stressed the importance of strengthening efforts to confront the challenges facing the 10th five-year development plan and limiting its efforts on the national economy and on the Omani citizen. Now, two women tracking over 1,000 kilometers across Oman to mark the 50th National Day of Oman were joined on their journey by a very special guest as they made their way across the journey. Omani national Anisa Al-Raisi and British Army Dr. Natalie Taylor were accompanied on the latest leg of their travels by KK Ehsan Wagan, the ambassador of Pakistan to Oman, and his team. He tracked with them for 7 hours, braving the sun and the thirst-inducing conditions of the desert over a span of 30 kilometers in an area of Ad-Dahira Governorate just before the empty quarter, one of the world's largest and harshest deserts. We arrived at their camp and previous night and gave them a proper Pakistani dinner, said the ambassador. We served them traditional biryani, halim and kheer. I even brought my cook with me and we made the food at their encampment. The next morning, we once again fed them a traditional breakfast of potato paratha, peas pulao, and potato curry before setting off around 8 a.m. He continued, adding that he was really amazed by Anisa's and Natalie's endurance and determination. We tracked non-stop for a day, and by the end of it, at around 4 p.m., all of us were exhausted. I slept like a baby that night, he recalled. The Embassy of Pakistan and the country's expat community in Oman are among those to have helped the women's journey, called Yalla Go 2020, a success and ensure there are few logistical hiccups, but even of all the preparations could not account for some of the challenges nature would throw at them. Now, talking on the same lines, and if you are all set to explore the rugged, natural beauty of Oman, then it is time to go on a hiking trail. Hiking enthusiasts in the Sultanate are in complete awe of the unique geographical terrain and the majestic mountain ranges that are ideal for a perfect hiking experience. The best time for hiking in Oman is from October to April. There are several marked hiking routes in Oman, the most popular ones being Jabal Shams, Jabal Akhtar, and the Sharqiya Mountains, as well as the coastal areas of Tiwi and Kalhat. From the canyons and valleys to the abandoned villages and the beautiful wadis, it is certainly an exhilarating experience. To enjoy the natural wonders of Oman, one can also hike the wadis and coastline for some fresh air with great views of the ocean, breathtaking coastline, and pristine beaches. While marked hiking routes are popular among the hikers, there are many who also love to trek on the challenging terrains of unmarked paths. Apart from Jabal Shams and Jabal Akhtar, Jabal Harim, Samhan Mountain, Birkat Sharaf, and Majlis al-Jinn Cave are some of the popular hiking routes among the tourists. It's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we have more updates coming your way from International Desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
International Desk. Cambodian Prime Minister said on Sunday that the kingdom may declare state of emergency if the COVID-19 situation deteriorates further. Frankly speaking, I've already drafted a royal decree and a request for the king to put the country in the state of emergency, he said in an audio message posted on his official Facebook page. He continued saying that I don't want to move forward to such a step because it will bog down Cambodia's economy if the country or its parts such as capital or any provinces is locked down. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister ordered local authorities to close down any businesses that do not properly follow the COVID-19 safety measures, saying that the ongoing outbreak in the capital was due to the neglect of some businesses. He said that if any businesses do not comply with the safety measures, the authorities can use the state's power to shut down their shops temporarily. The Cambodian Prime Minister also renewed his call on all people to wear a face mask when they are out of home. The move come after Southeast Asian country confirmed that first ever COVID-19 transmission in the community on November 28th, and so far, at least 30 dwellers have been tested positive for the virus. To stem the virus, the kingdom has also closed down schools, museums, cinemas, and arts performing venues nationwide and banned mass gatherings and weddings in the capital and the northwestern province. Portuguese citizens will be able to travel between the country municipalities during the Christmas holidays with certain limitations, but not during New Year festive season, Prime Minister Antonio Costa announced recently at a press conference. On Friday, Portugal's parliament voted to extend the coronavirus-related state of emergency, which was in effect since November 9, 2020 until December 23, 2020, with the outlook to pass another 15-day extension until Jan 7. The Prime Minister said that there will be a relaxation of restrictions between December 23rd and December 26th, allowing family reunions and trips around the country, as well as the operation of restaurants and similar establishments. Costa said that the public celebrations and gatherings in public venues of groups of more than 6 people would be banned. For the new year, however, restrictions will be back, with the ban on travel between municipalities and the holding of public or open parties or celebrations between December 31st and January 1st, he said. The Prime Minister said that the restrictive measures will continue in Portugal until vacations reaches 60 to 70% of the population. The volume of vaccines will arrive in Portugal gradually and will also be administered gradually. Until then, we have to make the measures to prevent the epidemic compatible with the vaccination program, since it will be long months. Now, more than 250 people, including women and children, have fallen ill in India's southern state of Andhra Pradesh over the past few days, confirmed a local government official on Sunday. Those who fell ill belong to the Eluru town of West Godavari district in the state. The victims have been admitted to various local hospitals, and the actual reason leading to the illness is being verified. Prima facie, it appears to be a case of contaminated water, which is yet to be confirmed by local authorities. The victims complained of headache, vomiting, giddiness, and other epilepsy-like symptoms. Local media reports quoted doctors as saying that the patients were stable now. State Chief Minister is expected to visit the affected areas on Monday to take stock of the situation. The actual cause of illness would be known once the final test reports are issued by the state health authorities, said a local government official. Once again, it's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we have more reports from our sports desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. Now from a sports desk. Hardik Pandya and Shreyas Iyer chased down 37 runs from the final 3 overs as India defeated Australia by 6 wickets in the second T20I of the 3-match series on Sunday at the Sydney Cricket Ground. With this win, India gained an unassessable 2-0 lead in the 3-match series. Batting first, Australia once again piled on the misery on Indian bowlers, and the side posted a total of 194 owing to knocks of 58 and 46 from Matthew Wade and Steve Smith. No Indian bowler apart from T. Natarajan was able to leave his mark in the match, and dropping catches did not help the visitors' cause. India did manage to remain on track throughout the whole chase as Shikhar Dhawan and Virat Kohli played knocks of 52 and 40 respectively. In the final overs, Hardik and Shreyas managed to hit big shots to make men in blue over the line by 6 wickets and 2 balls to spare. The 21-year-old recently sealed the Formula 2 series title and long has been tipped to graduate to the top tier. The prospect of being on the Formula One grid next year makes me incredibly happy, says Mick Schumacher. The German said he was speechless and thanked both Ferrari, where he was part of the Racing Giants Academy, and Haas for their trust. He continues saying that I also want to acknowledge and extend my love to my parents. I know that I owe them everything. I've always believed that I would realize my dream of Formula One. A huge thank you must also go to all the great motorsport fans out there who have supported me throughout my career. I give it all, as I always do, and I look forward to going on this journey together with Haas F1 and them. Mick Schumacher's debut season will come exactly 30 years after his father Michael's entry into Formula One and the Belgian Grand Prix in 1991. With this story, we have come to the end of the episode for today, but stay tuned as we'll be back again tomorrow at 2 p.m. with more updates and news your way. Stay tuned to TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.